Hi, my name's Lindsay, and because I couldn't think of a charity to do for my Project for Awesome video this year, I decided just to make a list. I entitled this list, Ways to Make You Just a Teensy-Weensy Bit Happier, or at least less miserable. Number 1. Hold a door open for someone. It doesn't matter if they're elderly or young or the exact same social class as you are. Just hold the door open for them. It's nice.
Cuddle something fluffy. Oh, it's a fluffy puppy dog. Okay, go away now.
Tell a stranger that they look nice, that you like their hair, or their makeup, or their shirt, or their bag. Anything. People love getting compliments, but they're too afraid to give them out most of the time. You can't receive if you don't give. Read a book or 5. They let you leave your own head all your thoughts, good and bad, for a while. And they let you enter a world that is completely different than yours. Mail your best friend a card, whether or not it's that holiday or not. Snail mail it too. Everyone loves getting snail mail. Go for a walk. Just around the block, a couple miles. Bring your dog, go by yourself, bring a friend. It doesn't matter. Exercise is so good. Endorphins and all that, you know? Sing loudly by yourself. Who doesn't do that? There might be other people home, so you'll probably get yelled at, especially if you're as bad a singer as I am. It's okay, because it's fun, right? No. When you're walking, just smile at the people who are going by. I mean, I'm not saying go, but just this one sort of goes with one of the previous mentioned ones, but blare a record that you love and just dance around in your room to it. If you have hardwood floors, put on some socks and just dance around in it. I love to put on my mismatched pairs of socks and just slide across my floors. And sometimes I fall down and dislocate things, but that's okay because it's worth it. Waiters work hard and they are so underpaid and underappreciated. I mean, just tip more. If you're with a friend or even if you're by yourself, build a fort. It can be out of blankets, branches, pillows, whatever. Those things are so much fun. Everyone in this world is so consumed with how they look, how skinny they are. Being as someone who had to get a pacemaker put in her stomach because she couldn't eat for 10 months and her stomach is paralyzed, food is really good. Sometimes you just can't live off of apples and celery. That's speaking as a vegetarian. You need a Snickers bar sometimes, or you need some Cheetos, which are apparently banned in England because they're too processed or have chemicals and blah blah blah. Take a road trip with a friend. If you're like me and you don't have any friends, then go by yourself. Blare some music that you love or that the both of you love. Don't plan out your day. The most fun I've had have been on spontaneous trips. My best friend Claire was here last August. We decided around 4 in the morning to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. We got there around 8 o'clock in the morning and spent the whole day there, came home and passed out. That was probably the most fun I'd had in a long time. When you're angry, don't yell. Yelling doesn't accomplish anything. I grew up in a household with a mother and sister who both always think they're right and always like to yell. And I've learned that with both of those people, it never helps. They just get angrier and angrier and yell more. And you just need to wait for them to just yell themselves out and then calmly talk about it. Life is hard sometimes. And sometimes things happen that really, really suck. Like a puppy dog trying to eat your face. You don't have to be brave all the time. It's okay to cry. Look at the stars. Try to find a constellation that you know. Make up some stories a la The Lion King. Point out to your friends how to find the North Star. Hint, you use the Big Dipper. We've all hurt somebody, and we've all been hurt. You should apologize to that person, because it might be what they need to move on with their lives, even if that doesn't include you. It hurt someone. Don't blame yourself. People do stupid things all the time. Sometimes there's no one to blame. Even if it's not to apologize, Reconnect with an old friend. Don't be afraid of failure. Sometimes you're not going to win. It happens. Speaking as someone who spent 2/3 of this year in hospitals and doctors' offices, too drugged out on medications to even remember my own name, let alone what they were. What's this project about? Donate some money to charity. And if you just donate a few pennies. Sorry, John, no pennies. Go on to freerice.com. Answer some of the questions. You're giving food to children who need it. Worst moment in your life. It really sucks, doesn't it? It still hurts. Don't be afraid of it. Can't hurt you anymore. Back at that moment and realize how far you've come, because you're never going back to that point ever again. Go through your closet that you haven't touched in 10 years. Go through some old toys, CDs, clothes, books, anything, and donate them. Goodwill or a kid you know that would love them. It doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you do it. Draw something. If you're watching this, look away now and come back in 10 seconds. This is me, my friend Alyssa, and our friend Gilly, dressed as French llamas. It's fun to draw. It's therapeutic. It works. It's good for you. Do it! In a stupid outfit and laugh at yourself in the mirror. Skype with someone you miss. It's always great for a laugh or three. Get a haircut. Chop it all off like I did, or just cut the split ends. If you choose to chop your hair off, then might I suggest donating to Zycron Menichem or Wigs for Kids, links in the doobly-doo, as opposed to Locks of Love, because they already get way too much hair than they need, and really they just need money at this point, whereas Wigs for Kids and Zycron Menichem are both hurting for hair. Sounds like a good band name. Now these are just going to be a little cliched, but bear with me now. You've always wanted to do, but have been too afraid to do it. Skydiving, bungee jumping, doing a handstand. Doesn't matter how insignificant or stupid it sounds, just do it. It's okay not to be happy all the time. I'm generally considered an extremely optimistic person despite my rather intense brushes with the medical field. Sometimes things suck, but you just have to laugh and smile and just ignore the shitty things. This right here is probably going to be the most important bit of information you will ever receive. I hope that you pass it on to everyone you know. Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.